Guys, it's the Wasteland Girl Detective, and today we're gonna make some sunshine oil. I apologize for any background noise. It is really cold here today. I live in Canada, and so the furnace is just running constantly, and it's impossible to try and find a break for the video. Anyways, sunshine oil. Sunshine oil is primarily an AP buff. There is some damage resistance. It's become much more popular with the raids. It is up to you whether you want to make it or not. This isn't a recommendation. I know a lot of people that are running sunshine oil. It is kind of a pain in the butt to craft. It's up to you. Here's how to find the ingredients. To note, I don't use sunshine oil if I'm running a herbivore build because I use my dirty sugar bombs for brain bombs. Here's a close-up of the stats. Sunshine oil with carnivore or with 0 mutations. As you can see, 16 AP over 25 seconds, and then your damage resist. With herbivore build, that pumps up, the damage resist pops up, but it doesn't really affect your AP. And this is just to compare it to canned coffee. So sunshine oil gives you slightly better stats, and if you have a coffee machine, it's easy to collect. I alternate. I make a big batch of sunshine oil and use that when I'm accumulating canned coffee. And if you need to find Delbert's recipe for sunshine oil, you can fast travel to Flatwoods and then just go in his trailer. It doesn't show up for me. Other notes that I know do, but for whatever reason, it doesn't show up for me here. And you know you're in Delbert's trailer in Flatwoods because Delbert is right there. First up, we're gonna look for dirty sugar bombs. Yeah. These are a bit tricky to find sometimes. So Flatwoods is our first destination because there's a couple spawns here. And then I'm just going to jump up here because I don't feel like going up through. So there's up to 3 that can spawn there. There sure weren't 3 today. And then if you head down the road to the Red Rocket gas station and you jump up here, then there is a chance for 2 to 3 spawns up here as well. Next, we're gonna head over, we're going way over, to Mosstown. I come to Mosstown all the time because there's a fisher here. And then if you head over to this little standalone house, then sometimes you can find a pile of sugar bombs in the bathtub. Sometimes there are more. I think between 9 and 11 is like the maximum I've had. Don't forget, you can also hit up the White Springs or any of the NPC vendors for the most part, and they have a chance of having sugar bombs as well. Next, we're going to head to New River Gorge Bridge West. You can find the odd dirty sugar bombs other places on the maps. I usually hit ones where there are clumps of it. I like to be as efficient as possible, usually, until I'm not. And finally, you can also set up a collectron in your camp. This one is set to collect gifts, and it's not Christmas, so it's collecting pre-war food as well. And the Scout and Fashionat collectrons will collect that as well. Blight. The ash heap, especially in the south around Sludgeworks, Hornwright Testing Center, and then kind of the area where you enter the raids. There's quite a bit of blight there, and then Lewisburg. You can always there's what blight looks like, and then make sure you have your green thumb card equipped. There is Backwoodsman 4. I never use it when I'm collecting because I think it's glitched still. But anyways, if you hop around those ash heap locations, you can find blight. If you're really excited about collecting lots and lots of blight, you can always do the Somerville Bookhouse reset. I hate doing that, so I rarely do it. I just harvest blight over like a period of time, and then I make a bunch of sunshine oil. Enjoy this montage of blight farming. Okay, the last ingredient you need is glowing blood. This one is not so bad necessarily to farm. I dropped a nuke on the White Springs for this video because there's lots of ghouls and you get lots of glowing ones, and I find them the best source for glowing blood. So if you're running Rad Rumble, that is fantastic. I mean, you just bulk collect off the glowing ones there. But in theory, any glowing creature is supposed to have the chance for them to spawn some glowing blood. So I just run the events usually, but do you think a Rad Rumble came up when I needed to film the clips for this video? Absolutely not. And that is it for this video. Those are your ingredients for sunshine oil. Again, canned coffee, company tea, especially with those camp resources, are a little bit easier to obtain. But I still like sunshine oil, and I know lots of other people are still using sunshine oil during the raids. If you have any additional farming spots that you want to share, drop them in the comments. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.